Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we have the flea market back. We hit the 600 billion rubles for Lightkeeper and we got the flea market back. I'm going to talk a little bit about why the flea market came back before the traders, and then I'm going to give you guys some tips on what to sell right now in the flea market, because there are items you do not want to sell. You do not want to waste your spaces on some garbage tier items, all right? You want the good stuff on the flea market, what people want. I'm going to be telling you about that here today. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any tips, tricks, money guides, and more here in the next potential wipe or the next content drop. That's the way we're going to word it from now on, because we really don't know what the hell is going to happen yet. But let's head into the flea market. Let me tell you guys why I think the flea market was enabled before the traders. And that's because yesterday I told you guys how I have a theory that this is an economy wipe. It's not going to be a full wipe. What an economy wipe is, basically, you wipe the economy. You drain as much money from every player as you can to eliminate the money meta and kind of stabilize things a little bit. I think that's what we're doing. Now, I think the flea market was enabled because the traders are still not active. So when players buy and sell and whatever the hell they're doing, you still have to go through fence. If you want to actually sell items to inject more money into your accounts or to inject more money in the Tarkov economy, you have to continue to sell to fence. And if you're not, then you're just going to be draining money. You can always find rubles in raid. Yes, you can hit your safes. You can do all that stuff. But at the end of the day, that's not really sustainable to get you enough money to get you through every single raid. And you're going to have to go on your scav run, sell that shit to fence. You know, a whole bunch of shit like this. Whatever you take into the flea market, another player has to buy. And whatever you buy out the flea market comes from another player. So you're still draining money. And even though it goes to another player, you're still losing whatever the transaction cost is, even though the item's being transferred. So you're still draining even more money from the economy. And I think having the flea market enabled is going to speed that process up, because a lot of players now have an option to spend their money because they're not going to sit there and try to buy from fence. I think this is just continuing to play onto the economy wipe, and that's my thoughts on that. Let me give you some tips on what to sell here in the flea market. Number one thing not to do right now. Tell me why you would sell your barter items. Who are you going to barter to? Come on, guys. This is fucking common sense. Don't list your barter items. I mean, Jaeger, you have almost 30 flea market rep. What the hell are you doing? I understand you can sell shit to fence right now. Don't list your barter items. Use your head. You list gear, list weapon parts, list weapons, list ammo, and potentially food and meds. These categories right here, what you want to stick to. Don't list keys, even if it's like a factory key or some dumb shit like that. Don't list them. Don't list barter items. Your gear, primarily focus on armor, helmets, stuff that people are going to use every single raid. Maybe like ghost balaclavas, some of the more ones that people like to run, or the smoke balaclava, stuff like that. Yeah, you can list those on the flea market. The glasses right now, there's really no reason to list this shit. I mean, there's probably going to be people buying it because so many people haven't had the flea market and they need their fix. But at the end of the day, the thing that's going to sell the best right now are magazines and ammunition. That's going to be your best sellers. So if we go into magazines, it's actually gear mods, mags. You can see, man, like 10 rounders are selling for 10K. Sell magazines right now. Go on your scav runs, go to reserve, go to lighthouse, get mags. It doesn't matter what it is. Right now, magazines are running the economy. Sell magazines right now. And like I said, ammunition. You have really shitty ammos selling for really high prices. PRS, now there's an outlier here. Let's get rid of it. It's not gone yet. I'm surprised. Ignore the 60. They've been selling for 100. I've been watching it so I can make this video and talk about the ammo. I did a little bit of market analysis before recording. You guys know how I do it here, man. Try to do a little bit of research. PRS ammo. Garbage ammo. Selling for 100 rubles a round. This is a between 8 and 13 ruble round, usually, on the flea market. The fact that we have no 9mm tracer at all here is extremely surprising. It's just the 5.45 really shitty rounds, and then a couple of tracer rounds there for our Mosin and our, SVD users. So, at the end of the day, ammo, magazines. That's what you should be selling right now. Stuff like pistol grips, the really good ones like RK3s for AKs, and, some of your better ones for your M4s, the 5.56 weapons. All those are really good sells as well. People are going to be trying to at least get a little bit of ergo on their weapons to have somewhat of a chance when they're making their weapon builds for people who didn't have anything stocked up. So some of those more meta attachments, sell those as well. You can sell weapons right now, but I'm telling you, the juice right now is in the magazine sales and the ammunition sales, because that's what people are going to need the most of every time they load into a raid. So on our PMC screen, just to kind of drive it home, what do you have here that you can bring more of one in? Grenades, which I honestly, since they nerf grenades this wipe, I wouldn't really bother with. So you're going to bring in multiple meds, multiple stims, multiple rounds of ammunition, and multiple magazines. Anything other than that really isn't your priority when selling on the flea market right now. So that is my tips and tricks for you guys. That's going to be my follow-up video for the day. Not sure if we're going to have any content tomorrow. Usually I take the weekends off, but I'm going to try and stay up to date with the cash reservoir and see what's going on with that. And if there's anything super significant, I'll make some time for you guys. So do me a favor, make sure you leave that like, subscribe for new sponsors in the equipment description below. It's going to be it for me, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm out.